So today I'm going to talk you through my bullet journal. You can see it's this nice orange colour. No, that's not getting lost. It's just a standard one that most people will be using for their journals. It's the Leuchtturm 1917 with the 5mm grid, 249 pages, which I think will should last just under a year for most people doing their bullet journal every day. It's got these 2-page markers which are nicely different from each other, and then at the back here it's got a little wallet for stuff you can stick in. Not been using that, but it might be useful for things like train tickets or just little bits of paper that you find. So I think on the first front page, I think it's important to put your name, obviously, and then if you got a university address like me, it might be worth putting that underneath. Otherwise, just put your main home address, and then email, mobile. You put your Twitter handle if you want a couple more followers. If you lose it and someone finds it, it might give you a follow on Twitter. Anyway, yeah. So I started in November, and yeah, I'm going to be showing you what I've done in November and then talking through my December setup. And the first thing I'd like to say is, while I do follow a lot of the standard bullet journal things, I don't do any of these colouring in or nice calligraphy. It's really just a journal with a lot of rough, scrappy writing. But yeah, start at the beginning. Contents page. I mean, you know, a contents page is pretty straightforward. All the pages have got these page numbers in the corner. Then you can just go and have a look and find it. So yeah, with this future log, I started the key, which in hindsight isn't actually that useful, because once you've been doing it for a couple of days, you start to figure out your little symbols. These things, especially migrations, if you do use them properly, I can see how they'd be useful. As you'll see in a minute, I don't tend to use them as strictly as I should. Cancelled is probably, yeah, speaks for itself, smack a line through it. Anyway, so yeah, this is my future log, which is a sort of 6-month overview of what's to come. And to do that, you just get your ruler and divide by 3. I think it's 13 lines in each one, 39 dots down. And then what I've just done is put my my sort of main things that I need to do. They're mostly, as you can see, essay deadlines and dissertation deadlines and end of term, start of term. Haven't got around to doing these yet. I not really got anything on, obviously. So yeah, to start with, I might talk about my pen. I've got a couple of these Uniball Signos. They're pretty good. They write nice and fluidly. They're clicky like that, so you won't lose the lid or anything. They won't dry out. Yeah, they're great. I think they're £6 for 2, which isn't too bad. And they do this, which is nice to fiddle with when you're thinking about what to do. You can fiddle that and lose the spring and pick it up off the floor. Anyway, so yeah, I've done as in the original bullet video, which you've probably seen if you've been looking around, if you want to start a new one, or if you're looking for new ideas and you originally saw that video to start with. Got November, got all the dates down there and the days down there, just so you can have a quick glance at what date is when. I find that's one of the things that I need to know, like what date is the 21st, so it's a Monday, okay. So I've got these things. These are sort of the main things that I needed to do in November when I started. And then this is just my sort of stuff from there. So I've got this blog post that I needed to do, and then some job applications and stuff like that. Which, yeah, you can see it's the 1st of December now. I've crossed these off. Put a ring around that. Dissertation, obviously, that's cross my T. Yeah, and then this is the sort of bread and butter of the bullet journal, is these daily ones. So I've got, these are mostly dots, so first one was buy bullet journal, stationery, did it, gave it, cross off. Set up bullet journal, this is a month ago, cross it off. Food order. And then one thing which I found useful, which if you're starting a bullet journal, you have to find things which are useful to you and put them in. This is something which I've done every day, is got BLSS, which is breakfast, lunch, supper and snack. So it's a little food diary, just on 4 lines. So you can see that morning, Friday 4th of November, I had 2 Weetabix, or they were Oatabix, with granola, and I had peanut butter and jam on toast. And then you can see what else I ate. Yeah, so if we just, this cross is when I've done something a day, I'll probably stick an X on it. There you can see cancelled, or there, which, yeah, this is what I was saying about the migrations. I've drawn an arrow there, but I don't think I actually moved it on, which is probably a bit naughty of me, because I don't think I ever did actually get around to doing that. Yeah, and then, yeah, this is just another thing that I thought would be quite good. I've got November tunes. So these are songs that I came across on Spotify and the Discover Weekly playlists, or just that I'd been listening to on YouTube, and I thought, well, I'll write them down, I'll put them in a playlist at the end of the month, and then I'll have a nice November tunes playlist. What I think is going to actually happen is I'm going to combine November and December to make Winter 2016, or Winter Spring 2016/17. Yeah, definitely Jamie Cullum, great tune. Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, great tune. Yeah, so this is one of the best pages that I did in November. And just before I start talking about it, you'll obviously be able to see a couple of mistakes I made. I mean, straight away there I drew an extra line, there's an extra box. And I don't really care about that. I didn't start bullet journaling to have a perfect, perfect, amazing looking notebook. And I don't pour hours and hours into this. I do literally use it for journaling my daily activities, scheduling things, and then recording things. It's a little tracker which I've done like this. It seems to work pretty nicely for me. So I've got a box for every day with my main sort of habits I want to do. So I've got foam roller, bullet journal, which you see pretty much did it almost every day since I got it, except for those 2 there. Cycled, yeah, a little bit. I'd probably like to do more. No spend, 3 days of no spend in November. What can you say? Played music, so that was good. Tuesday, Wednesday is when I got our house, so I think I had a concert there, and then I just went to have a little practice there. This is my spending, so I've literally put it really down there, written the days down, then week total. I averaged, about £100. Not quite finished filling it in, haven't got my statement this month yet, so I'll fill that in there. And then just notes on what you spent it on, so if something doesn't add up in your thing, or if someone's like, oh, how much money have you got, you can just have a little look at this, see what you spent. Maybe if it's something that you want to do, you can cut down on your spending habits. You can probably see most of the things I've got here for under £10 a bar. You know, bar. That's just, yeah, bar. And then, yeah, got a nice weekly total and then a month total, which add all that up at the bottom, work out an average. And if you want to curb your spending or increase your spending, you can do that. Flip that out of the way. Job applications. It's another thing that I've sort of been looking at this time of year. These are mostly grad schemes. It's not really important which companies I'm applying for, but most of the grad schemes tend to have your initial application form where you fill in your name and what degree you do and things like that. And then normally most of them have an situational judgment test, and then whatever video interview, blah. So I've written which stage of the application I'm on, which date happened, and then if it's gone well, then obviously it's ongoing. If it's not gone well, I'll write unsuccessful in huge capital letters underneath there. So you can see that I've got a couple of pages of that, and I've got a bit left a page there. Just I'll add a couple more when they come round. Reading list, something I wanted to do in my last year of university here is read some more of the classic books. I've got 4 down here, and it's something that I've acted on. So I've got a bullet journal, just flicking past that once in a while, and I've gone and got Aldous Huxley, Brave New World. Yeah, I'm sort of getting underway. I might think about keeping a reading diary next month. I'm not quite sure how to set that up yet, but yeah, I'm that far in after a couple of weeks. More daily journals. Yeah, you can see some places. This is why I find it useful, because often I'll not have the time or energy to cook a meal, and then you can see these gaps here. So I miss supper there, I miss lunch there. Yeah, more daily journals. Cycling tracker. So this could be not just cycling, it could be running or rowing or swimming or whatever, and all I've got is distance. I've got date and then distance, and then I've got description and route. Wish list. So this is sort of everything that I'd quite fancy. So I've got a drone on there, I've got sunglasses, new bike, just a couple of maps, music thing, another drone. This is yeah, just something that if people go, oh, what do you want for your Christmas, or what do you want for your birthday, I'll say, oh, have a look at this, and depending on you know, who they are, I might ask them something. So jackfruit, I might ask for that for Christmas from whoever. Yeah, and I just think it's a nice way if you think you want something and then you think a couple of days later, oh, what was it that I wanted? Oh, I can't remember. You just keep on track of your mass consumption, your infinite want, and you can put it down there. That might go onto wishlist 2 in December. Yeah, it's got more dailies here. You can see again a couple of skipped meals. And yeah, this was the sort of last November page, and you can see how I've got December set up. That was actually for yesterday, so I'll sort of retrospectively put that forward. Let's get started on December. So I'm going to smack December up here in nice capital letters, and then I'm going to go all the way down with the date, and then the day, first day. And I'm just going to skip back to November, see what I did, keep a little bit of continuity. Oh yeah, so I've got these got these goals up here. So December. What have I got? So I've got 6th of the 12th. I've got some online tests due. And then I've got Christmas party on the 10th. And I'm going to write here end of term. And then I think I'll probably put a couple of dailies, just so I'm not jumping straight into the thing. So what have we got today? That's the 1st of the 12th, and it's a Thursday. So today I had a workshop for one of my university modules, and then I had a quiz. Then I'm going to cross them off because I did both of them. Then I had breakfast, lunch, supper, snack. So breakfast, I had soy yogurt with banana and granola. And lunch I had pesto. Snack I had Doritos. And then here I'm going to put, December tunes, which I can come back to and add my list of tunes to put on my winter playlist. You can obviously made a little bit of a spelling mistake. December, change that. Again, I honestly don't mind if I make mistakes in this bullet journal because it's not for other people to see. It's completely for me. Yeah, so let's do this November tracker. December tracker. So I just penciled out my little calendar here for December. That's one thing I do like to get right, is making sure it looks like a little calendar like you find on the iPhone. Like you find on there, so it will be, you know, start on Thursday and finish on Saturday. So I'm just going to go through that, and I would say one thing to be careful of is when you are using a ruler, make sure when you drag it down, you're not dragging all the ink across the page. I like to sort of go like that and then move it like this, or like this, across the grid. Otherwise, you sort of get these huge ink drags down the page, which is actually one of the reasons why I use this Signo pen. And one of the things that I recommend having as well, apart from the Signo and obviously a sharp pencil, is one of these erasers or one of these rubbers like this, where it slides back into itself and it looks like a little pen. I think I got this on Amazon or Staples, might have been. And yeah, they just come with a little bit of rubber like that, and you put them in, and you can bring it out and bring it up, and it's just like a little quite targeted little eraser. It's good for like schematic drawing, or it does actually, if you're gentle and if you're careful, you can actually rub out little smudges that you make with this pen. If you rub it too hard, you probably go through the page, but if you are gentle and if you're careful, you can rub out using that. So yeah, I'm going to get going with these little calendar plots. So yeah, a couple of mistakes. Obviously, there I had to colour in a little gap where they're too left too big. That square is absolutely tiny, but yeah, it's just not something that I want or need to spend hours and hours on. So yeah, I'm gonna colour in that one already. Good to go. And preemptively, you're gonna colour in the foam roller, which means I kind of have to do it now. Anyway, so yeah, now I'm gonna get going on my spend tracker. I can't remember what I called it in that one. December spending. So just to keep a little bit of continuity, I'm sort of flicking back and forth to keep this one roughly the same. So I'm going to start there, and then it will be, this week is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'll have a week total. I'll leave just over ruler's gap, and I'll put another line on the dot going down from there. And then just so I make the week stand out, I'm just going to put little lines above and below them. So yeah, now I've done that, flip back to December. I don't think I need to add another job applications chart, so I think I'll go straight to this cycling tracker and add that in. So yeah, that's just a little look at how I've done my bullet journal. I'm sure you could do it much neater than me. I'm sure I could do it much neater than I've just done. I was doing it quite quickly, but I think the whole point of the bullet journal for me is it is what I want it to be, and it's what I sort of would like it to be. And what I don't want it to be is something that I'm just pouring hours and hours of time into. And it's not scrap notes. I've put a little bit of thought into it. And it's just something that I would like to do every day. And what I'd say is find something that you would like. So you might do your trackers a little differently to this. You can see on my old trackers I actually got rid of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because it's just I thought it looked neater. Might try something else in January, like one of these linear trackers, or a scatter graph looked quite cool. But yeah, so that was just a look at my bullet journal. Gonna put that in there. that down there.